Anyway, here with reaction, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. One thing I keep reading is not only are the Biden people signaling that they're going to target Florida. I think their odds are very low. That's my take. But also your state of Texas. This has been a dream of the Democratic Party for a long time, knowing if they flip Texas, it's probably game, set, match. It's over for a long time.
Look, Sean, that's exactly right. We've got a battle nationally. The polling numbers we're seeing nationally are encouraging, but it's close. It's going to be a battle to see who shows up and who votes. And when it comes to Texas, Chuck Schumer has been explicit. He's coming after Texas. I am his #1 target in the entire country. I'm on the ballot. I'm running for re-election. And the Democrats are coming after me. They are going to spend more than $100 million this year. George Soros is already spending millions of dollars in the state of Texas. My opponent, a liberal Democrat named Colin Allred, is outraising Beto O'Rourke, my last opponent, 3-1. They are flooding millions of dollars into Texas. And the reason is simple. You remember my last reelect? It was a 3-point race. I won by 2.6%. And so Chuck Schumer, his view is he floods millions into Texas. He gains 3 points, and that's how they win. And I'll tell you how we're fighting back against it. You've got the Democrat fat cats, you've got big tech, you've got celebrities writing checks to my opponent. We're supported by millions of Americans, millions of conservatives all across this country that go to our website. It's tedcruz.org. They go to tedcruz.org. They give $25 or $50 or $100. That's how we stand up to the George Soroses and the Chuck Schumers and the Mark Zuckerbergs is the $25 and $50 at tedcruz.org, because we got to fight to defend Texas. If we lose Texas, we lose the whole country.
But by the way, I was there. I was on the ground. I was covering your race at the time. I remember it was that close. And I remember many a conversation we had at the time. It's amazing how fast 6 years go by. But I don't think they're going to succeed. And I'll tell you why. Because Texas, more than any other state, has had to deal with Biden's disaster at the border. You have been in the forefront. Governor Abbott has been in the forefront of fighting. I don't know how you felt. When I read that now they're flying people direct, you don't have to pass go, collect $200. You don't have to make the difficult trip to our border. Now they're just flying people in directly with American taxpayer money from whatever country they're coming from, to whatever state they want to go to. But they're targeting Florida and Texas and dropping and dumping 90% of these illegal immigrants in your state and now my state.
Yeah, I mean, let's be clear. The 10.4 million illegal immigrants that Joe Biden and the Democrats have deliberately let in, they're letting them in because they view them as future Democrat voters. They hope as many of them as possible will vote illegally right now. And they want them to stay in Texas. They want them to be in Florida because they want to flip our states. Look, if they bring 1 million illegal immigrants into Texas and they vote Democrat, Texas is in real trouble. And that's what the Democrats are aiming at. It's why they're flooding our state. And I got to say, the point you just made, you're right. It's not just the invasion every day at the southern border of thousands upon thousands of people coming. The Biden administration is literally flying people in from Venezuela, from Cuba, from Haiti. Last year, 320,000 people, the Biden administration flew from their countries to America. They flew them to over 40 different airports in America. They won't tell us which ones. But you want to know the consequences. We saw just 2 weeks ago a tragic story about a Haitian that the Biden administration flew in from Haiti. They flew him to Boston, Massachusetts, and just 2 weeks ago, he was arrested for brutally raping a 15-year-old girl who's severely disabled. This is what the Biden administration is doing, is literally bringing criminals to our communities, and it's Texas, it's Florida, and it's every other state in the union.
I've said this before, Senator. I said this is a tipping point. This is an inflection point.
Yes.
I've never been more concerned about our country, borders, the economy, law and order, America's place in the world, war in Europe, war in the Middle East, things heating up even more every day, a new axis of evil. These are consequential times. This will be a consequential election, and we will live with the government we vote for.
Well, and you know what makes that perfectly clear? the Democrat Party abandoning Israel, Chuck Schumer demanding the elected leader of Israel step down, Joe Biden orchestrating the United Nations to effectively condemn Israel. That's never happened before. It's how radical they're getting. If you want Israel to stand with America's support, we got to win in November. That means Donald Trump needs to win. It also means I need your support in Texas. So please come to tedcruz.org and let's fight to pull this country back.
You know, Joe Biden and his administration stabbing Israel in the back has been repulsive.
Yeah.
It has been to watch the reason why to cater to the radicals that have now taken over the Democratic Party. It is beyond my comprehension. It really is. Senator Cruz, thank you. When we